Hey everybody, welcome back to Path of Exile proper. When I say proper, I mean I've been doing some pre-stream setup, and I've also been busy. While some of my off-screen stuff, I found this 4-link staff, and I was like, oh, perfect! So I picked that up, threw some stuff on it, didn't get anything too great, but hey, max mana. And I have set up, went and bought Pierce support from Seosa, slapped in increased critical strikes, and cast when damage taken, which means occasionally when I get hit, I just erode into piercing sparks. Because I got pierce onto sparks this way, I went ahead and got rid of projectile weakness for now, and even pierce is kind of a temp thing, but until I get my third curse, I want to keep poachers and keep leveling up poachers, so that I have that little extra bit of life when hit and cursed enemies grant mana. Just so that I have that and also frenzy charges and flask charges. Like there's a lot of good here, and the defense and the combined defensive offensive power of projectile weakness is really strong. But when the main focus is like getting hit and then using the getting hit to turn around and deal a lot of damage to heal myself with, I want to have the heal myself be that much power, that much stronger. And we also have this cast while channeling ball lightning with projectiles. So we're temporarily arcane surge and faster casting are sitting on the side, which is why I need like a 5-link or a 6-link, so I can have at least Arcane Surge back, because Arcane Surge is really strong. I mean, maximum mana regen, more spell damage, more casting. It's fantastic. But multiple projectiles is kind of sort of mandatory for ball lightning, and 3 projectiles for 22% less damage each. I mean, you do some math, that's each projectile is doing 78 times 3 is 234% effective damage. Now, you can't shotgun... Wow, that is obnoxious. You can't shotgun people, meaning one person can't be hit by multiple things per cast, but when so much of this game is focused on crowd control, that AoE adds up really fast. Well, it's not AoE for Stormburst yet. I think there might be a jewel for the passive tree. You know, that I'm probably going to fit here, because that's definitely got the 40 in its space. Oh, I need another soda. I'm out of caffeine. You know, that'll definitely have the 40 in its space to activate whatever the threshold is, and that should be a lot of fun. But first we're going to be picking up Purity of Flesh and Sovereignty. Then I'm not entirely sure what direction I want to head. Probably come up through Arcane Focus. I'm pretty sure my build goes through that. Let me bring up me reference real quick. No, that's still Lightning Enchanted Planet. Copy. New tab. Paste. Pretty sure that's what I have this set up to go through. No. I do get those, but I don't go through it. Okay. Also have... Oh, yeah. I have Spell Critical Strike, but that'll be for later. Those are niceties for later on. This is a little more mandatory now, because I do use a lot of Energy Shield. At least getting the first 2 points of that would be great. And then we shoot over this way. And Painted Tomb is just kind of fun. Especially since I have the when you get hit. Okay, so the reason we're in Sarn, to get my ducks back in a row and stop being sidetracked with remembering my own plan, Now that our build is finished, in theory, you know, we have all the parts, all the pieces. I'm ready to attempt the Lord's Labyrinth, and that'll be a pretty decent power spike if we can do it. Don't know if we can. The Lord's Labyrinth is very hard. I would not say it's harder than the final boss of Act 4, though, which is kind of why I want to get it done, because it'll give me more power for doing Act 4. So, don't mind the spoopy portal, but to the Aspirants Plaza. Don't mind the drinking sounds. I'm doing this after work. I am tired. Bean peasy.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's Labyrinth. Within these walls, the Lady of Justice doth preside. She shall weigh your mind in one hand, your heart in the other. Should she find you wanting, death shall be your sentence. Should she find you worthy, you will be given the loyalty and love of an empire. The Lord's Labyrinth awaits you. Choose wisely, strike quickly, trust completely, and may you find the ending that you deserve.
The Lord's Labyrinth is, I think, has a fantastic atmosphere to it, especially with the buildup of all the trials. But, as Isaro said, which that is Isaro speaking, it's not nice. This place is pretty mean. It's a level 33 zone, so we're definitely over-leveled for it personally. But it is not afraid to punish you. It can be pretty damn brutal. That being said, the tone is really good. It is a trial, and it is not afraid to hold back. If you die in the Lord's Labyrinth, you're not allowed to zerg it. You are kicked out of the instance instantly, and forced to just come back in and try again. If I can't do Isaro, I'm going to do the... I don't know. Actually, with this character specifically, I don't know. Because we should be plenty able to finish one.
The just goddess presides over us all. The future of the Empire rests in her even hands.
The Lord's Labyrinth, opened by...
The just goddess presides over us all. The future of the Empire rests in her even hands.
The Lord's Labyrinth, opened by Emperor Isaro Precious on the 2nd of Galvano of blah 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 blah. I will be doing the normal labyrinth, because it's the only one I can do. See, it's level 33. The Cruel Labyrinth is level 55. You must have completed all trials in all previous labyrinths, trials and labyrinths, trials and labyrinths. We don't know where these are. And this one costs an offering to the goddess. But we'll be doing the normal labyrinth. Thank you, Isaro. To the Estate Path, which is almost universally the first zone. I seem to recall the Estate Path is a area that is a lot like the gardens of the Palace of Sarn, where we got like the plum from the Chittish tree. Part of this place not holding back is that there are traps here. Also, that's a monster.
In the
That's a monster.
impressionable
That's a
youth
monster.
of my reign, I was encouraged to believe in the precious nature of my imperial blood.
Go away.
The divine claret, as one fool of a courtier would repeat with tiresome regularity. Unfortunately, my divine claret refused to pour from one cup to another. Try as I might, with a lovely procession of young and ever dutiful wives, my noble seed simply would not sprout. Who then to choose as my worthy successor? With the candidates on hand either mediocre at best or maniacal at worst, I found myself in quite the quandary. That's when fortune took me by the hand and led me to a forgotten tome on a forgotten shelf in the quietest corner of San Library. A tome entitled Ancient Traditions of Asmarian Ascendancy. The rest, one might say, is history.
Emperor Izaro Precious. So Izaro, being an emperor, needed an heir. Unfortunately, he proved sterile. Oh, by the way, we're really fun now. That's what Castle Channeling does. It's great. Yeah, let's like all these up. There we go. Diamond time. Diamond Shrine. Oh, that's awkward. Those up. There we go. Okay. That was... Is this Colossal? Sacred. 200 to 560, 600 over a longer time. Okay. Also crits! Oh, I've missed you, Castwell Channeling. For single targets, it's still worth my time to burst instead of holding down constantly, but... Oh, it's satisfying to have this back. So we're kind of in a... Diamond shrines are fun. Whoop. Oh look, traps. Don't mind those. That's a part of the labyrinth. So the traps we saw as in the trial to even unlock this area. Neat! I had no idea. Oh my goodness, it's a freaking dark shrine.
Dark influences reside in dark places.
I discover what lies within. Excuse me, trap. Just gonna warp across that. So, I don't know if that's a... I just have no idea. That's weird. Excuse me, Trap. Please don't beat up my elemental, he's not very good at this. Hey, Broken Trap. Here, I can break down this wall. I said, kind of in an unfortunate spot where I don't have... By the way, you can still find some really good stuff here. Here, global chat, help me. Let's see. That's supposed to be a what? Find what lies within. What does that mean? Do I roll my arms? I do. Whew. And a skin. So, I kind of know what this is. This is like the ever-thirsty the goblet chalice of horrors. Okay. This is a curse. +1 level, increased evasion, maximum life, maximum energy shield. Increased curse duration, chance to block, chance to cause a master to completely unblock. This is not something for this build specifically, because A, I don't use shields, and I mean, I just don't use shields. You can actually upgrade this with a So no one gave me an answer worth a damn. Oh. That's just kind of here. Fun times. Okay, that's Poacher's Mark. 8 life, 6 mana. Am I up to 9 life? 9 life, 7 mana. Yes, good. And Pierce is getting more better. I don't know if Pierce will ever pierce even more targets, but I do like what it's got so far. The next conduit you interact with will be disabled permanently. That's something that's affecting the boss fight. Izaro, fitting his status and his desires of being a trial, his fights are a little more than just ow, 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 rude, than just beating up the big guy. Go away. Good job, Golem. I don't think that was the Forgotten Reliquary. That might have been my Dark Shrine effect. Hey, big guy. You're here to die. Yeah, you do. That'd be a neat bow to play Lynx with. Some big angry spiky dudes. Go away. This is more of what this build should feel like. This is what I was looking for when I made this. Where's the important guy? There's the important guy. Rustic. Fizz damage. I don't do fizz damage. I would say, ooh, this area got really dark, but I think that's just a wonky interaction with the zoning. Oh, by the way, cute barrier there. Let's see, looking for prizes, looking for passages. This area is usually laid out pretty similarly each time you come in, I've found. That's one. There's some crits there. Maybe it was crits from me getting hit. Maybe it was crits from me having charges. Wait, no, I don't have any way of gaining power charges right now. I can get the other 2 charges because of my auras, but I can't get power charges. That's a dead end, that's a dead... Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm no longer lost. Man, that freaking switch was hard to see. You guys are adorable. Kill the statues. Stop that. Go away. Go home. Oh, there's some other allies cannot die going on. There. Stop that. God damn. Nothing too fun there. Here's a normal shrine. Ooh. Some pretty good links. And hey, orb. Is there an interactable here? I'm all paranoid now. Let's go get that shrine. Massive shrine? Impenetrable shrine. Alright, so that will make me take less damage for a while. And I hope they all have fun with that. Rush grab. Anyway, let's go back and read that message one more time. Dark influences reside in dark places. Discover what lies within. Within what? Curse you. Curse you, actually logical obscurity. Hello, three-link scholar boots. In theory, I should take you, but whatever. Oh, Pierce ult again. Is piercing more? Nope, still just making me deal more damage. Whoa! And he's that truth on top of it. Go away. I don't want any of that shit. That was unfortunate that I was shooting into the tree. There's some progress. Is this my current location? Okay. We're gonna search the zone a little bit more, just to make sure I found everything of value. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't miss the reliquary. It's not a bad gamble. Those aren't bad at all. You guys can just go away. Bip. It's kind of nice being overleveled for this area. These things are way... It's a lot harder your first time through, but that does not mean that this will be a cake. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire map. I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna be there. Got that dead end. That's a sign for the switch. Was that on the map? So, yeah, because I didn't find a thing. Just gonna rub my face against this some more. It feels like something should be there and nothing is there, and I got told to look for secret goodies. Ah. Hello, statue. Oh, I can't get through there. Screw that. I ain't got time for that shit.
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path. The Azmeri were the first culture known in history to use trials of strength, wisdom, and spirit to select its chieftains. The first Lord's Trial was a rough-hewn maze festooned with wild animals and brutal traps, crafted to test aspiring Azmerian leaders' body, mind, and soul. In conquering the adversities of the maze, a champion proved they were capable of bearing the crushing burden of chieftainship. The first trials were simple contraptions reflecting simple times. As the Asmarian civilization grew in number and complexity, so did the trials, from treacherous mazes to bewildering labyrinths. Alas, there are no surviving descriptions of the labyrinth that tested and proved the worth of Viruso Prima Imperialis. I imagine it was quite something to behold.
Very gracious. Which, by the way, part of why I love this is Izaro's voice acting is phenomenal. Oh, by the way, here's our stash. And not even kidding, straight up our stash. Nothing big or fancy. Add this to here, and I'll drop these off in 2 for now, just so they don't take up space. By the way, can't stash the cube of absorption. It's only useful here. So, what's a conduit, you ask? Well, let's go greet Izaro, and hopefully not die horribly.
When one defiles the effigy, one defiles the Emperor.
Hi, Izaro. Ow. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't know what it did, but I turned it off. Yep, here's Izaro. Ow. Are you hexproof? See, Izaro is nice enough to give you minions to heal off of, or rather the goddess is. That's
You are.
if you haven't noticed, this is kind of a... Ow. Kind of a... Whew. And don't get hit by that. Don't hit me. Stop trying to hit me. Hey.
Those who stand should never outnumber those who kneel.
That was just round 1. You probably saw Izaro as a tank who hits like a truck, being hauled by a steam engine that's getting a boost from a freaking space shuttle. He will kill you. When I interacted with the thingy, it turned off and didn't turn on again. That was nice. So you were in a different kind of zone. I didn't see what this one's called. This is the Basilica Halls. It's got its own traps and tribulations. I can't be bothered to walk around. I'm just going to warp down. This area is one of the main reasons I wanted to pick up Lightning Warp. Because there's a lot of times when you're just like, you know what, I don't want to walk over there. Go away. Oop. Oh, wait, okay, that's up here. So I can warp up here, grab this. Open that. Warp over here. Not have to deal with the traps. Watch the lightning elemental get itself buzzed. Ow, 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 pain. I notice that these don't activate my lightning sparks either. Please no. I like living. My lightning elemental does not. Oh, that was... Okay, this leads directly to the Aspirant's Trial, again.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
I'm not ready for here yet. I want to go to the other side. So I'm actually going to use this as a shortcut to the other zone that area connected to, and the other side of this zone. Okay, so I'm just using this as a shortcut to the other side of this zone, because that was not a fun place to walk through, and I do want to find that Forgotten Reliquary. Also, welcome to the Sanatorium Passage. I forget what this place is entirely based on. It might be... There's a dudette over here. Oh. Oh, it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle that puzzles puzzly. Now, let me clear out the trash. Like my lightning arm's going into forever. Okay, are there hints in the side rooms? Doesn't look like it. I don't see any in it. Bolts in here. Of note. Okay. As far as I can tell, every switch is identical. I want to boop. Oh, I want to come over here. I want to boop this one. Okay. Those two are spinning. Stop, go. Oh, they're all spinning. No, wait, no. Yeah, that one stopped. So those two should stop. Stop. Stop, go. That is... I actually did develop a strategy for that puzzle, because there's a lot like it. It's a variant of the, like, you hit a switch, and the two switches adjacent to it also toggle. And if the default state for that puzzle is everything is, we'll say, off, and you want everything to be on, like it is for this one, usually the default solution actually works out to be you just start at one end and do a lap. That's a very good baseline to figuring out how close it is. So what's in the Curious Lockbox? Treasure key. This item is required to open one of Izaro's treasure chests located in the labyrinth. This item will drop on the ground when leaving the labyrinth. So nothing... some decent stuff. The treasure key, this could be immensely valuable. It could also be rubbish. Let's just play RNG if we win. But that was a fun little puzzle. I'm glad to see an actual, like, thinking puzzle. Eric ground, your missing just is used while standing in time. Excuse me. People are still talking about stuff in chat. Ooh, no, there's a Lorzable. A poem.
The Ezomite and the Eternal took their rest in the lee of Strife's gale and remembered the travelled road. Beast and fiend had fallen and bled to the Ezomite's sword, swift and true. Trap and trial had risen and succumbed to the Eternal's wits, quick and shrewd. Two men had cried their triumph, a warrior and his guide, whilst other ascendants echoed their pride with anguish and agony.
An interesting potential... Boop. Meh. Boop. Contains an extra Valgem. Yay. Don't mind him. By the way, classic pressure plate. Not too bad. Hi, fellas. You're adorable. Ooh. Gem Cutter's Prism. Eventually. Val Detonate Dead. That one is actually really fun. This is a really cool Val gem. Yes, it is called Detonate Dead. Yes, it is Corpse Explosion. What's special about the Val version? Explosive energy corpse, dealing fire damage to nearby enemies. Nearby corpses will also explode in a chain reaction. That does not stop as long as there are bodies that get hit by explosions. It will just keep going and going and going. It is great fun. Ah, tar. Oh, there's our exit. We need to find our way to it. Wow. The move speed reduction even affected my teleport. That's just silly. Wait. Should I see the area on the map? Boop. Whoop. Whoop. Hello. Neat.
A potent little gift from our primitive past.
The heart quickens. The blood thickens. Mr. Necromancer making some friends. What's that? Lesser multiple projectiles. Let's see. 21% less damage. It's getting less shoot. So if I pay attention to the mini-map, I can probably get a better idea where those, Hey look, we're back here. So one of the things I did, you might have noticed it when I was doing a quick overview, is I put Spell Echo on my Lightning Golem. Now that doesn't let me summon 2 golems. I summoned the golem twice, and the first one just kind of poops. But you'll see he's casting his spells and he's using his attacks in duality. And that's why I did that. Did I kill you guys already, like, twice? Stop coming back. But yeah, the fact that the golem itself now has Spell Echo, and that is pretty fun. It's worth remembering you can use support gems to support your summons. And that can extend to any number of shenanigans. If you have a means of getting other caster summons, you can get them to cast faster with dual casting. Or, why not make some zombies that multi-strike? I don't know if that affects their absolute basic attack. Also, the store. The store is cute. I thank you for its existence. It makes my life simpler. Stop making friends. I think you're cute. Because bitch, I'm adorable. Be quick. Don't get spooked. So this will go back to the Forgotten, the Basilica Halls with the Forgotten Reliquary. And as you see, we're at some other asinine part of the map. Witchy Poo, it was undead. That Caswell, okay, those are my Caswells. About to level up. That's good, that's good. Cast while when damage taken supports levels up, that means I can level up my sparks. How many days is that guy asking that question? You know, what is this? When you stun an enemy. Yeah, I don't see why not. Oh, 30% reduced attack speed. But you hit really hard. Excuse me. What's over here? another way to the store. Never mind. I think there's a dark shrine in every room. Golem, stop getting... Oh man, yeah, I do not like... That was fun. So who has time for walking? I don't when there's evil freaking buzzsaws around. I think that was a crit unleash. Hey, gold run's fun. Get you more loot. I want down there. Soapbox. Ooh. Chromatic. There's another note. Thank you for die. Another chromatic. Always need more chromatics. Superior endurance charge on melees. Supported skills have more stun duration, gain endurance charge if you stun an enemy with melee damage from supported skills. That is not a bad way to build endurance charges. Hello, Pum.
The son of Esamir met the son of San upon the road to the imperial throne. The Eternal offered his cunning, his eyes and ears bought and paid for. The Esamite offered his strength, his sword, earned in the arena. A pact was forged, with the labyrinth as witness. 2 men separated by blood, 2 men bound by hope, 2 men, and only 1 emperor.
Two people that agreed to work together to ensure either one of them would have a chance in the end, despite knowing full well only one would be able to see it to fruition. A very weighty pact to make. I could, like, try to walk past these. Go. Oh crap. No, ow. Tank it. Tank it. Is there like a secret path right here or what? I mean, look, I can stand right there. Ah. Bad. I touched you know. Iron Mask. I believe this is our Forgotten Reliquary, maybe. This lever opens that door. I keep checking my Pierce just because I'm curious to see if it ever does deal more damage. So... leveling up, cast 1 damage. No, that's... wait, where is it? There it is. Support skills deal 66% less damage instead of 70. But I now need to take 583 damage, but that also levels up the level requirement to 40, which I think means next time Spark levels up, which I thought there was a way to check that. And it levels up to see how much it needed. And for Casual Channeling, it triggers for spells every 44 seconds instead of every 0.45. This is a little faster. None of it helps me, but, look at all of these 8% gems. Quality on a... oh, wait, that was Lightning Warp. Okay, that was a superior Lightning Warp. I actually used that. Summon Skeleton can be fun. What? Okay, Lightning Warp. Let's call it Lightning. There's Lightning Warp. Okay. Lightning Warp. It has 8% increased cast speed. It's not as good as the one that has levels in it yet, but you start putting levels into it, it'll catch up. Skeletons deal more damage, Yeah, quality on gems deals different things depending on the gem. Glacial Hammer has increased freeze duration, or increased elemental damage with attack skills on top of what it already does. Ooh. 80% increased area effect for an AoE. I do not see a multiple of 8 on Enfeeble. Enfeeble is also is a very strong curse for me to have considered picking up for this build. It might be the reduced critical strike chance to 8% vigilant strikes. I think the 8% is more duration for a wacky amount. Yeah, that was a silly thing to open. I don't think there'll be anything else of note here. Pop, pop, pop. And I am still going to take the long road back. And go ahead and fill out the map. Sure. Oh, there's this whole area up here that could have been filled with stuff. That totally isn't, but it could have been. But I would have needed to come up here if I wanted access to this zone without having this. Nope. No. Okay, what's down here? Excuse me. Yes, hello. You are zombies. You are zombies and all sorts of other boogity-boos and goobads. This is taking longer than I thought. But that's okay. I like running the Lord's Labyrinth. Is there a thing there? Okay, no, it's just like this funny little window. Hello. In that box. In that box. Apparently the ghosts are immune to the traps. Just gonna boop. Hello. Thank you for leveling up my lightning work. It's a nice amount of length on that sword. My lightning golem is. Oh, hello. What's this? The next gargoyle you hit will be killed instantly. That sounds like a familiar effect. It's almost like there's a theme here of permanently disabling doodads. Also, that was the reliquary. I think there's a reliquary before each aspirant's trial, besides the last one, because reasons, that will make the trial easier. You know, I don't know where the door into here was. Like, literally have no idea. Because, this should take me to Aspirants again. And this was... Oh, because I came here from an Aspirant's trial, I don't think there is a way to get back to the trial.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
Damage over time deals from leverage. Israel will drop an drizzle treasure key on. Oh, maybe those are the effects of the Dark Shrines in action.
The Azmeri were consummate survivors. They had to be, having been sired in the most inhospitable range of mountains in all of Rayclast.
By the beast.
Unfortunate, some might say. I do not. I believe it was the making of them, and of us, their descendants. So it is no wonder that they developed the Lord's trial. With survival being a moment-by-moment concern, that harried people grew to understand power quite intimately. Strong leadership is able to bridge the chasm between existence and extinction. Poor leadership might see an entire tribe vanish into that same chasm. When the Asmeri descended from their mountains to conquer the fecund lands of central Rayclast, they thrived and multiplied with utmost alacrity in those more forgiving climes. For is it not poverty that teaches us how we might excel in times of plenty?
Emperor Rosario Precious. Precious? Precious? Red, 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 red. Green, 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 green. That one can go to a fun place because that's a fun one. Blue, 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 blue. Can't bank that. Excuse me. You're a card. You're a mun. You're probably garbage. Cold resistance and a little bit of total life. Not actually as garbage as you might think, just because it's... Two things. Take this key here, and your money. I'm going to resummon my golem. And, don't mind that these conduits are here. Okay, I killed the lightning one. I killed the... Aw, oh, damn, I should pay attention and wait for fire. I didn't know how conduits worked. By the way, those are still going to be around and boost him.
Some things that slumber should never be woken.
The thing with this one is... he has 3 pets. No, he has 4 pets. 3 pets. We killed Quicksilver instantly. You'll notice Cesaro kept the damage he had between fights. Okay, Cesaro, I like living. Please stop. Please stop.
Prove yourself, Ascendant.
I'm trying. Play with my golem. Play with my golem. Play with my piercing lightning sparks. Don't play with me. Run in circles, not lines. That'll be explosive shield charge.
Royal must be avenged to the occasion.
Okay, I killed all his dogs. Nope, nope. Ow. Oh, I can't turn those off anymore. Oh, I'm glad that missed. Trying. Okay. Bizarre, do you think you're cute? Because bitch, you're adorable.
Pity the Emperor who sits alone on his throne.
Okay. Bitch, he's adorable. Next zone. Oh god. This zone might have his pet. His actual pet. So I forget if the gimmick with that one is you don't want to kill the dogs if you want the next fight. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's just this doesn't show up on the map on my next time through. Or if you do, that's one of the backwards ones. More of statues and... Panda, are you a sad pupper? Are you being whimper in the background? Stop that. I think we got this? The only thing that I would hear as an argument that Izaro is not easier than Malachi would be that, like, Malachi, I'm allowed to Zerg Rush. Not allowed to Zerg Izaro. Izaro actually forces you to execute getgood.exe. which if you haven't noticed, getgood.exe involves a lot of running around in circles like a ninny. Vengeance! When you are hit, weapon range increases here. This requires a melee weapon. Do I have a slot? No. That's one of those ones that's kind of like, there is no reason not to equip it. It's a trigger skill by default. Yay. Yep. Yep. More chromatics. I find you find a lot of chromatics in the Lord's Labyrinth. It's a... You might notice that there's a corpse target. Corpse target. Alright. I don't know either, guys. Do I technically not see the other side of that? Guess not. Just don't mind the flying traps, I guess. Maybe because I don't have a corpse targeting skill, I can't target corpses. Well, that was an effective switch. Ah! Oh, okay. Fun with all your frenzy charts. Just hey, more chromatics. Orbital augmentation. Can I get an orbital schultz? Okay, so lever, there's door, and there's stuff. Some of these are timed trials. I don't think this one is. Stop that. Maybe this one is. Oh no, this is the find all the levers. Right, and then the thingy is a counter. So don't mind me getting whomped by all of these. They're 85% inconsequential to me. Give me a chance to heal a little bit. That's 2. I do not heal nearly as much as I feel like I should be, considering the amount of damage I output. Go, damn it. Let's play warp from save point to save point. Okay, that's 3. If you actually pay attention, you actually can, like, see the patterns. Success. And watch there be, it doesn't look like there's a dark shrine up there. A lot of boxes. Hot. I mean, it's close. Grand Life Flask, Sacred Life Flask, I think, yeah, Sacred's definitely better. What's in the box? A lot of everything. Another treasure key. Oh man, that's... We have a guaranteed one from Izaro, and a guaranteed extra one from Izaro. That's cool. Colossal Mana. I think we determined Sacred's better. Silk Row, Kaijin. So we have like another guaranteed one from Izaro. If you don't weaken Izaro by actually playing with his gimmicks, like if I didn't deactivate the conduit in the first fight, so that now there's only 2 conduits instead of 3. then Azura will drop another key, guaranteed. I think he drops one by default, and then you can get 2 more from not weakening the last encounter any. And clearly there's this Dark Shrine effect that's giving me one. There's the ones you can find in those log boxes. Okay, no, dog's not being whippers, that's the game. Ow. Ow. Okay, I know that one. I saw that and I had to think about it for a second. This, I'm gonna let this explain itself for a second. If you can't tell what's going on, I'm sorry. Because, yes, I am escorting this little spiky ball. This let's just say that it is exactly what it looks like. Holy! Stop! Enough! Enough of all of you. All of you. Or at least they can't spawn on the path because reasons. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. And I'm glad I'm getting tons of charges from these. Excuse me. Beep beep. I'm a beep. Ugh. A labyrinth trove. Ooh, shiny. And Tempest Shield, which would be good if I used shields. Let me share this with Global. I like sharing some of my finds with Global. I didn't share the chalice because I think the chalice is uninteresting. Alt shift. That wasn't in Global at all. So what is this? Deals a lot more physical damage, increases rarity of items found, life gained on kill, 15% increased movement speed when on full life, culling strike hit. This is just a really, really, really good spin to win axe, or like general purpose axe. It also looks snazzy. I think that's the default appearance of a shadow axe though. That's kind of neat. It's actually really cool. Someone's playing the fusing game. Starforge is, I think, considered one of the best swords. Not one of, but like the best sword in the game. It's kind of obscene. This thing drops from like the super final boss in Uber post game land. First character was an Horribot rip. Oh, that's giant. 830 over 8. Those are way better. if it wasn't for the fact that this is my 4-link, I'd be like, oh, we'll see if this can actually compete. Kinda. Not really. No, I identified it. I'll keep it for selling. That's a really nice axe for an old character. For when, after this gets fused to... Oh yeah, I can finally run around and kill you assholes. Okay, I can't level up Warlord's Mark again. I do not meet the strength requirement. You guys were jerks. I'm glad to see you die. Give me your shinies. That happened. I don't know what I hit, but that happened. Weird. Anything else nice that they dropped? Nope. What is this? What is this? 50% newer zombies. Zombies are awesome. It's a really fun mace. I mean, zombies have 5,000 more life. That sounds like a lot. Keep in mind, Izaro has been... This is the first Izaro. This is normal Izaro. Not cruel Izaro, not merciless Izaro. Not uber Izaro. This is... normal Izaro. Ah! What's that? Level 42 to improve Stormburst. Aw, damn. I don't know what was over there, but it's dead now. Okay, that one can stay, because that's fine. Ah. Let's see, is this straight to Aspirants? A nothing here, to a nothing there, to... There's a nothing here, there's a thingy here. This map sure is convoluted. Okay, I have a plan. Because there was that dead-end area. I'm going to go here to the estate walkways. But if this runs a failure, I'm going to be really sad. But I think we're actually kind of through the hard part with the Zaro. I think the last fight will actually be easier. By virtue of, I don't think it adds anything new on normal. Other than he does have, like, not more health directly. He will keep whatever damage I've dealt to him, but you don't deal with, like, exactly 33% each fight. It's like 30, 30, 40. So he'll be a little more durable. But the fight shouldn't feel nearly as hectic. See, the nice thing about having lightning orbs is I have something that's still doing damage while I move around. That should be a slow aura. By enemies of blood. Oop. Chromatic. Not high enough level, not high enough level. Good. I like not being high enough level to upgrade my stuff. That means my stuff isn't keeping up. Excuse me, I would like to partake of your literature. I think part of the reason these are out-leveling me so much is because the zone is such a low level compared to me. But I don't think gems are affected by the scaling the level experience, the XP penalty, as harshly as players themselves are.
A guide. Cornered and quailing. A warrior. Watching. The moment bathed in the shadow of doubt, of ambition, of an imperial throne, and a people made free by an emperor of Ezemir. The warrior threw off that cold and cloying shadow and struck down the slavering beasts. The guide looked to the warrior with gratitude in his eyes and spoke of doubt, of ambition, of an imperial throne and a people made free by an emperor of Zaan.
But this is, I mentioned it earlier, 2 people, 1 throne, working together, and they understand that, well, that. One thing I haven't been doing a lot of, and I'm kind of upset at myself for it, is I'm not playing with the fact that your cursor position affects how spread out my lightning reserves are. So I can get a real good cone going if I I feel like there's a ghost nearby. It died from the trap. Excuse me. These pictures are fast. They're also dead. Big mana flask for the area. Aw, so close. Wait, there's the breakable wall. Gonna kill you, and you, and you. What do you mean there's no one there? Because I killed them. Excuse me. Hello. Goodbye. Excuse me, door. Thank you. Oh, where's the button? There's the button. Not too bad, just a couple of okay. Oh hey, Pierce Oldham. So we have these.
A potent little gift from our primitive past.
Players in the labyrinth will be affected by time. I have permanent diamond shrine? Oh, that's fantastic. I'm gonna check Pierce again. 3 additional targets. Alright, you put enough levels into it, it will get more effective. It's good to know. By the way, I deal permanent crits now. My crits aren't very good compared to my normal hits, but I deal permanent crits now. Oh my freaking god. It's A, perfectly slotted, and it's Vol's Protector. 60% increased armor and energy shield for this piece. I gain a power charge for each enemy I hit with a critical strike, but I lose a lot of mana. That being said, it's slotted perfectly, and 50% mana for me is still nothing. And that's a lot of armor and not a huge energy shield hit. Here's the bag. Put it in the bag. Oh, and you'll notice I didn't lose like half my mana. I only lost like 800 mana. That's because that's how do I phrase this? Fun box, oh fun box. That's because there's a phrase. Oh, but we're gonna have fun with power charges because, I mean, I have a permanent diamond shrine and this. Also, it looks very nice. Look at that, a very snazzy piece. I look forward to playing the I'm shoving all my armor scraps down its throat game. Because that's gonna last me for a while. Oh my goodness, but I have a permanent diamond shrine. And Vol's Protector. What the hell? This is silly. I'm going to have infinite power charges. What do power charges do? They make my magic and crits better. Dark Shrines are awesome! I am having fun! No, my lightning-based power. Okay, but specifically, charges, power charges. Okay, so they only increase my critical strike chance. I don't have the thingy that makes them super uber awesome for me, that increases their spell potency. I'll fix that eventually. Right now, I have Diamond Shrine. Or I can wait this one. This is obscene. Suck it. Yeah, you'll notice my reduced mana is having minimal impact on my playstyle. I'm pretty 0 or 100% when it comes to mana at all times. I took a massive burst of damage, so I have no mana, or I have full mana because my mana regen and pool is still obscene even at 100. Okay, but the thing is, so Spell Echo's gonna level up, Lion Golem's gonna level up, Blasphemy's gonna level up, which should make my auras even bigger, and Stormburst is gonna level up, which is 15 to 23 now. Ooh, look at all that. Stormburst is 17 to 25. Ooh, that adds up surprisingly a lot. Where's Lightning Golem? Lightning Golem's over here. Ooh, I don't know what leveling him up actually does. And Spell Echo has more cast speed, I think, and negates the less damage a little bit. Oh, did Stormburst get another two projectiles? No. Spell Golem, and it was blue. Blasphemy. Makes the auras even bigger.
I need more mana.
I'm gonna go ahead and recast these so I know it is a refreshed area. Kill you. Okay, that's one else needed deading. Lightning Golem's got it. Okay, that's power charge duration. I don't care about power charge duration. I actually wanna... This was actually kind of a mistake. I was supposed to come at this from the other side. Which would be, Oh, I can't refund that because I have a jewel socket in it. Refund. We'll refund that eventually. And it's apply. That doesn't seem like much now, but that did take me from being 2 levels away to 1. Because I do plan on being here. I do not plan on getting Mind Barrier or Alchemist. And the important part of power charges is spell damage per power charge, and then my number of power charges. Now, I'm probably not going to level again before I'm out of here, but hey, with Vol's Protector, the direction I want to move did just change. Oh, that is so fun. That's so good. That's so silly. And the crits thing, I mean, even when I don't have the Diamond Shrine, that just means when I get crits, I get more crits. Eventually, it's when I get crits, I gain more power and more crits. It's not the... Oh, level up ball lightning. Yay! Secondary spell is better. Ooh, alchemy. And that, also getting a little bit of armor, not the end of the world. That's like 20% physical damage reduction I didn't have. Whoop. There is absolutely nothing back here. So if I take less damage from traps, Izaro will drop an additional treasure key. Okay, okay. This is... Wait, what was the Death doesn't wait. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, this is fun. Hello, I have death for you. Get wrecked. So, like, my multiplier is only 150%, which I think is only a 50% increase, not plus 50%, plus 150% for 2.5. This takes me to the silver key and cache, which is more shinies. There should be another treasure key, that should be another... Excuse me. This is another good time. The difference between labyrinths isn't that major, like between normal, cruel, and merciless, so this might be the only time you see me do it. Like, Izaro doesn't get any new tricks, per se. I don't think. He might get some traps added to his repertoire, but Izaro himself doesn't change. And this place is freaking huge and tedious. Okay, and this is the Aspirant's Trial. The last Aspirant's Trial. So, I feel pretty confident that that's a full map clear. Yeah, that's just a full map clear. Let's go get the silver key and cache. I'm surprised I haven't met Izaro's pet yet. And I don't mean the gargoyles from earlier. He may not show up on normal. They might change that. He used to show up on normal, but they've tweaked the balancing so that normal has less of the gimmicky MacGuffin-y bullshit. So you can get your first real boon early. Where are we? We're at another Basilica passage, okay. Which is based on... Lunar's Temple? Kinda? Yep, someone's granting an alacrity order to these guys. How you doing? Get wrecked, son. Okay, that's the key. Right, that's the key. Excuse me. Pretty easy to get to, it's some scroll wisdoms over there. Hello. There's a lot of scrolls of wisdom. Back we go. Off by golden.
Where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door.
Oh, I remember. These used to be called golden keys, I think. No, no. Okay, no. No, now I remember. Golden keys are mandatory to progress if one exists. Like there'll be the door to the Aspharos trial will be blocked by a golden door, and you need a golden key to actually open it. You guys are adorable. Fox. You can also rarely get treasure keys from like normal chests and stuff. I'm not kidding. Hello, goodies. Dudes, I would like to murder you. I will miss you, Diamond Shrine. I will miss you. I don't think it's possible to get... no, okay, this room reminded me, this isn't, Lunar's Temple, this is, Halls of Sin. Chambers of Sin. Whatever it is in Act 2. I might be able to check my map. Chamber of Sins, yeah. With the roots and the this is inspired by Inquisitor Malgar Ozone. Jewelers, very important. I didn't warp as fast as I liked, and I forgot about the little side area. Give me that. Wow. This permanent diamond shrine. I can't get over it. That's so fun. Oh, hi there, Coaching Caesar. I hope you didn't say that a long time ago. Hope you're a recent addition. Nope, you're gone. I didn't mean to miss you, I was in the moment. Oh well, I had a viewer for a moment. I will miss thee. I am audible, right? Right. And I remember to start the Yahoo mode. Good.
Any mystery can...
So that was the silver door. I didn't notice it before I had started killing dudes. I saw dudes to kill. Emperor's Vault!
Too much clutter.
Oh, she's not kidding. Oh crap, is there a way I can bullshit it? Yes. Don't mind me. Gonna grab my stuff and stay right here. Me please. Do I already have an orb of fusing? No. Crap. I want to hold on to that. Okay, that's garbage. That can take its spot. Yeah, that looks fun. I would say that topaz ring, but I am doing alright for lightning resist. 21... No, I need... Well, hold on. This might roll more dex. That's always a possibility. Nope, it rolled more strength. I think if I take that off, everything explodes. Nothing explodes. Really?
I need more mana.
Really? So what else is that? Life, max mana, fire resistance, just max mana. It's not as much max mana, but it also gives me fire resistance. And I learned not too long ago. Yeah, that's right, I'm sparking that. Part of the reason I was getting wrecked earlier is because I don't have a lot of fire resistance. So that's nice. Why my auras freak out then, though? Hey, it gives me a little more strength, and I'm still at a... Okay, oh, I have more dexterity than I do strength because of all the stuff I've been equipping that has plus dexterity on it. Oh, that's right, because I still have, this. Okay, if nothing is exploding from me unequipping that, that's really good. I remember that's 20. Oh, wait. I didn't have the right thingy on. Okay, yeah. I need 4 more dexterity to use that. So it's still worth holding on to this. Damn. That's okay. I can level up Warlord's Mark for now. That stuff I'll have to figure out later down the line. I will let those be problems for future me instead of present me. You're welcome, present me. And future me. You're just welcome, me. I love you, me. I love me too, me. Thank you, me. Are you creeped out yet? Let me put back up my auras. My Koras, curse auras. I don't know. Curas. It's me. It's just so fun. Dealer strongbox. What's in the box? A quantity of items guarded by a stream of dudes. You're adorable.
Too much clutter.
Bullshit. It said about what's that? Stun duration. Yeah, I have a what is it? Heavy belt. Okay. Need to remember myself sometimes. Spiders! Ah! You're adorable. You're also adorable. Adorable. You're also adorable. Okay, there shouldn't be... There's another silver key and cash. Fun. Fun. This is a really good... Oh no, spiders! They're a really fun Labyrinth run. I don't usually have this much fun on Labyrinth runs. I was saying earlier, I like Labyrinth runs. There is a path over here I didn't explore. How about that? Oh, hi, big guy. Excuse me. Hey man, after how fun these Star Trends are, I want to find as many of those as I can. It makes exploring the map really worth it. Oh, just some mookles. Go away, mookles. Excuse me. Ow. Let's see, this is a giant chasm with nothing on the other side. Just spiders spawn effectively. So let's go find that silver key and cache, and we'll go to the Aspirant's Plaza from there. To the Sepulchre Halls, which are... They're not based on the prison. Is this the crematorium? Did you ever notice all the maps are kinda... No, there's mines here. Oh, pyramid? Oh, I might have to see some bad guys. Robots? Oh no, this is a crematorium. Yeah, like all the zone. Oh my gosh. I think, yeah, I don't have anything worth dropping, I'd say. I want to hold on to Eagle Guardian for a rainy day. Normal strongbox, that's not worth a... Do I not have an... Or, oh, wait, no. There's transmutes. Yeah, anything I'd say worth dropping for a chromatic. Amazingly enough. Here my rogue exile is. Oh, Guardiana. Lord freaking. I would take
Too much clutter.
I can't even pick up a wisdom scroll. That's sad. I'm tempted by that ruby ring. Because again, my fire resistance is a lot better. My lightning resistance isn't as good, so we're okay. We don't need to make a significant change. Yep. Yeah, I need a spot to stand. There. There's a normal shrine. Ooh, primordial gem. Those are fun. Those give you more golems and buff your golems. Golems have increased attack speed, cast speed. Everything increases buffs granted by your golems. Golems have a lot more primordial. There is a primordial gem, or a couple of them, that, like, their effect is... Is this the silver door? No. This is a replenishing shrine. In case having one shrine, most of it now. That's silly. Don't care. When I hit buttons, I don't know what they do. Does that let me in? Oh, it diverted that. Excuse me.
Too much clutter.
Okay. Give me that. Use it. Give me that.
Where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door.
I just realized I don't have space for the silver key. And that's probably worth it. Head tilts? Okay, you're really big. We'll go with that. I feel like I left something decent behind us now. I don't remember what it is. I don't care enough. That's some pretty good links. If I wanted another blue. And that's actually a higher tier staff overall, but I don't want another blue. Still adorable. Cast flammability, also adorable. Those are little. Okay, that puts 6. Okay, so they're both the same level. 10-7. Every little bit adds up. Looks like a fun room. Is that my silver door? Silver door! Excuse me.
Any mystery can be opened.
It's a broken trap. Emperor's Vault. I'm kinda mad. Oh my goodness, and that's 15%? There's some really good stuff there too. Like, I mean, yeah, Pierce and Projectile Weakness are very relevant. Concentrate effect actually isn't bad. Supports increased critical strikes I use.
Too much clutter.
Okay. That's Aspirant's Trial. That should be his Pirate's Trial. Oh, I'm actually kind of mad. Can't level that up, that needs 43. No, can't level that up. Okay. Because if I'm quick, the map won't reset while I'm gone. I can go get those, come back. This has been an insane Spire Trial. Damn it! This one leads that way. Okay. Good map. So that's the number one. The Spire Trial was all the way up there. And I need that stuff. And I don't want to give up all my chromatics that are taking up way too much space. And there's some really good stuff there. For general use. I mean, 15%, that's a oh boy. Oh boy. Excuse me. Hey, normal shrine. Oh my goodness, and it's dropping more chromatics. Oh, yeah, sure, I can use some skeletons. How you doing, lads? Gonna join my first spell. They're having fun. I mean, I could fight things, but why would I? I have an army of skeletons just spawning themselves on my face. I don't see anything that looks like a D8 Dark Shrines, though, unfortunately. They're having fun. Okay. Run to Spirits, cash, drop everything off, come back, scoop up as much loot as we can, head out again, because I need it.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
Okay, where's my... Okay, you're going actually into here. This is the Uniques tab. You are a chromatic. Blue. Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Money. Stack of money. Red. Chromatic. Money. Key, key. Leveling piece. Okay, let's go load up. One way I could be corny about these chromatic pieces and those gems I realized is I could load the gems into the chromatic pieces. Excuse me. I had assumed you were dead. My apologies. I feel like I left a wisdom scroll somewhere, and I don't like not having a wisdom scroll. Just because I prefer to have one in my inventory so that the slot is there and getting filled. Bisco's Collar is a very good loot find item, by the way. It increases your item quantity and quality. Look at all of it. Oh my god, it's so good. Grab it all in a second. Put it in the bag. In the bag. Put it in the bag. In the bag, please. Put it in the bag. Okay, so Pierce and increased critical strikes are actually things I use. I mean, hilariously enough, because of that plus 15%, the increased critical strikes is almost better than the one I already have slotted. And then the Pierce, 8%? 7%. I mean, that's only going to become more drastically better as they level up. Oh, wow. Culling Strike makes them cast faster. That's cool. I don't use Culling Strike, but hey. Concentrated Effect could be fun. Especially with, how Stormburst works. They'd make them smaller, but they'd hit harder when I detonate them. I don't use Fire Nova, or Mirror Arrow, or Dominating Blow. Shell, or Static Strike, or Shrapnel Shot. Cyclone is really good. I wish it was actually a channel skill like it should be, but it's not. Yeah, Cyclone's really good. Get bad in Sarn. And it, well, I mean, if you ever played a Diablo, it's Whirlwind. No, add Whirlwind to, this game. It's lots of fun. I mean, we have, you know... We have that going on. Now imagine what you can do with stuff like that and Whirlwind. Like, I don't know, cast on crit. Yes, it is a thing. Yes, it is lots of fun. I guess I just don't have a wisdom. And watch, after all this prep, after all this looking, after how fantastic this run has been. Nothing from Izaro. Or Izaro kills me. I'll be so sad. No. Where were we? Dead man with a poem. He looks to be a man of Sarn, if I was to guess. Okay, what do you count as? You are slightly more strength. Which... Right, you count as a red gem. Blue, 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 blue. Red, 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 while we're there. Shit, anyway. Green, 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 green. We're gonna put these in the... I just want you to appreciate the difference where the 15% is just another flat, it's just flat out better. And we'll add this to up here. By the way, I don't think they stack. How you doing, Lightning Golem? You a golem of lightning? It's good. You bizarre little man. Bizarre. So, let's get a Izaro's speech.
The custom of the Lord's trial was upheld throughout the founding years of the Empire. Veruso's successor, Caspiro, was a low-born legionnaire, the lone survivor of a labyrinth that claimed the lives of every high-born contender, including Veruso's only son. Caspiro proved to be every bit the emperor that Veruso was. Alas, the Lord's labyrinth was corrupted by those with the vanity to consider their blood more precious than their empire. Selfish blood breeds selfish times, and the Empire paid for it with its own blood, with the Knight of 1,000 Ribbons, with that most regal of cannibals, Emperor Romira. Not anymore. I, Izaro Frecius, shall return us to justice. I shall build the greatest Lord's labyrinth in Asmerian history, and my successor shall be chosen by the goddess herself. Only when the Lord's labyrinth is drenched in selfish blood can a true leader ascend the throne.
Emperor Zaro Precious. So the conduits are still here. And on the other side of the world, nothing. So yeah, we're not getting any bonus keys. Poem time.
The guide led the warrior down a path that wound and twisted through fields of blossoming promises, green-bladed hopes. The warrior closed his eyes, a mere moment to feel the warmth of the sun on his back, and to drink from the guide's proffered flask. Now the warrior staggers and crawls down the wounded, tortured causeway. The bitterness stings his weeping eyes, the fire roars in his belly, consuming him. The warrior will not ascend. Instead he hunts, guided by his love for Esamir.
I'm trying to tell if he's holding something in his right hand, or his left hand. Or if this is... Right, so I guess this is the Esamirian warrior. Does that make Zaro the... No, Zaro didn't complete the labyrinth. I don't think anyone has completed this labyrinth officially. Man, the Guide of Sarn. Nothing's ringing a bell. Oh well, we got 2 keys. That's not bad. Perkin Zaro's gonna give us 2 more. That's a lot of keys. If I can beat a Zaro. If I can beat a Zaro.
Our throne is the most devious trap of them all.
Alright. Gloves are off. No, ow. Okay, get some charges out, move. Get some charges out. Get some charges out, move. Some charges out, move. Charges, move. Move. Okay, do your next thing here. Ow.
At last.
In the end, he was... little more than a machine in himself. After that, hey, 2 more treasure keys. Our level 1 support's leveled up. I know actually on higher difficulties, you see the circles and the trails in the room. Yeah, on higher difficulties, these traps are active. Hence his little taunt in the beginning about the throne being the most devious trap of them all. His gimmick here is traps. That used to be a normal, and it's not anymore, and I'm kind of sad it isn't, because it's really easy.
Before your emperor, you are worthy. Before the goddess of justice, you are worthy. Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise, Ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
And in exchange, we are granted boons. Boons? Boons. You get to open one of these per key you have. 4 is a good amount, as you can tell. There's 10 chests, and I have 4 keys. You can find more keys in this chest. If I didn't kill all 3 gargoyles, and if I didn't disable the conduit from the first set, I would have 2 more keys. So that would bring me up to 6. Izaro has, on higher difficulties, I guess, he has a pet dog, who is a full-on boss fight on his own. He's like as hard as an individual Izaro encounter. Not like the entire set of 3 fights, but an individual encounter easily. He's lots of fun. And he will drop a key for you. That would get me up to 7. Instead, these boxes can drop you more keys, and you can get keys for random drops, so you can potentially open all of these, and there can be some boons. Let's play Fate. Currency, magic colossal flasks, massive giant flasks, boots, gloves, so that was just a super box. Nothing too exciting. That is a box of pretty snazzy orbs. Another orb chance, couple chromatics, link, armor scrap, wisdom. That was pretty good. Orb of regret, grants a cast skill point refund. More money. And finally, another super box. Wisdom, chromatic, out of keys, magic removing, and a spirit shield would be nice if I was doing spirit shields. Maybe. But I'm not. So, not the best roll for treasures. With that being said, I did get some nice things on the way here. 3 uniques in the run, 1 I'm currently using, 1 that would be fantastic on any physical character, and then the chalice kit is good for a couple gimmick builds. It's I'd say it's primarily a shadow item that lets shadows use curses very effectively. Oh yeah, we also have this divine font. Use the skull on a pair of gloves to add a random enchantment to them. Trigger Word of Spite when hit. What's Word of Spite? Release a number of projectiles based on your weapon, leaving chilling ground in their wake. Deals damage. This triggers when I'm hit. It has a cooldown of 5 seconds. The damage cannot be reflected. One of the better ones, actually. What I don't know... Right, I can't see critical strike chance at all because we have a permanent 100% right now. Where is... Okay, yeah, I do not think you can use like a support gem on it by putting a support gem in that item to boost it. You know, that being said, it's not bad. I mean, not counting for the fact that like I can't hit anything. I can't weigh against its against my crit. And I could save these for when I have a prophecy that would make that better. I don't care. This piece is important. Thirsty. That's back on. Oh, so yeah, here's my stash again. Lots of chromatics. With another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, easier. 4, 9, 13, 14. That's a good amount of chromatics. And the reason why we came here, the Altar of Ascendancy. Choose your Ascendancy class. You will receive 2 Ascendancy skill points the first time you complete each labyrinth. Before we get to the one that I'll end on, we'll go from the one... We'll go in backwards order, because this is not relevant at all. Relevant to the build, but I decided against it, and what I'll be going with.
Embrace the serene power that is undead.
So this one is Zaro, and these are cool. This increases minion damage, and then Beacon Corruption. You deal more chaos damage, gain some chaos resistance. Minions gain you bring caustic cloud on death, dealing 2% of the maximum life is chaos damage per second. Whoa! Minion damage and skills have a longer duration. 20% increased skill effect duration, and your offering skills also affect you. So your offerings last longer and help you. Minion cast faster and minions are better. Minions deal even more damage. Desecrate makes more corpses for you to use for shenanigans. You deal more damage if you consumed a corpse recently, and 2% increased attack and cast speed for each corpse consumed recently. That's fun. Minion damage and cast speed. Commander of Darkness auras you cast gain grant 3% increased attack and cast speed to you and your allies. You and your allies deal 30% increased damage while affected by auras you're cast. You and your is affected by your auras have plus 20% to all elemental resistances. This is one of the best support skills in the game. Now, my auras don't affect allies, despite me being an Auramancer. You and your minions have additional physical damage reduction for each zombie you own. You can get a lot of zombies. Increases their damage and max life, and Spectres have double life and double damage. Spectres are fun. Spectres are you resurrecting an enemy as the enemy.
Feed a storm with savage intent, and not even the strongest walls will hold it back.
The Elementalist was what I was considering for this build, but because so many aspects of this are based around just lightning damage and not all 3 elements, like Elementalist is kind of about using all 3 elements in a rotation, or at least in conjunction with each other. I'm not about that. You could make this build about that. There's a couple other channeled skills for fire. There's 3 actually. There's 3 channeled skills for fire that you could use, and then you could support it with a cast while channeled ice or lightning spell, like you do ball lightning like I have. There's some good ice ones. There's Frostbolt, Frost Breath, and then your cast when damage taken spell. Dog's having a drink. Your cast when damage taken spell would then be of the opposite element. Or you can have a fire while using this lightning spell, or however you want to work it out. But hey, all resistances, increased elemental damage. This is a fun one. 40% increased damage of each type of element for which you have an additional golem. You have a matching golem. Your elemental golems are immune to elemental damage. Double the effect of buff spot from your golems, and you can have another one. This is actually one I was really considering taking, because, hey, 40% increased lightning damage for having my lightning golem, and I get another golem. Elemental damage, increased shocking ignite every 4 seconds. Gain chilling conflict for 4 seconds. Gain chilling shocking and ignite conflict for 2 seconds. you get one of these randomly every 14 seconds, I think. Or they cycle over the course of 14 seconds. Either way, it's cool. I mean, and each conflux means all damage causes that status element. That's kind of fun. Beacon Ruin. Elemental ailments caused by your skills spread to other nearby enemies with a radius of 12. And your non-damaging elements are better. So if someone's on fire, everyone around them is also on fire. I think that will retroactively bounce too. So if you light two people on fire, and they're standing next to each other, they will both burn each other with their own fire. Good times. Damage resistances. Just like this one. You take less reflected damage. Another reason I was considering it. For each element you've been hit by damage of recently, you deal more. That's especially relevant when reflect starts being a thing. That means your reflected damage is more potent-ish. And then you take less of that element. So it's like, yeah, this is kind of about negating reflect. And has bonuses for other elements being relevant. Damage and attack speed, woo! This is you alternate between increased elemental damage and increased area effect damage. Like 2 seconds downtime. Elemental damage, attack speed. Damage penetrates cold resistance if you used a fire skill, lightning if you used a cold, and fire if you use lightning. So again, like that's a... yeah. I can't put words to that right now because I'm kind of glad this is over. And right, as the thing I kind of ran into was like, this is nice, but it doesn't completely synergize with the build's theme. I was like, yeah, the golems would be cool, Paragon Calamity would be cool, and these are neat but not great, and these are kind of completely irrelevant to me because I'm only mono element. Or like I could have grabbed this in Shaper of Desolation. But I like the spreading. And hey, this would mean I would do burn. I would ignite people by zapping them. That's hilarious. When it comes to effects, damage, burn chance. When I guess the theme is having 100% chance. This is cast speed. Cast speed's always relevant. I don't know. Either way. But we will be picking up Occultist.
Throw off the chains of fear and embrace that which was forbidden.
So what's Cultist about? Maximum energy shield and critical strike chance. Chance to gain power charge on a critical strike with more maximum power charges. Well, hey. We have some power charge stuff. Right now we're using Volt's protection, but we have some power charge stuff. I planned on grabbing power charge stuff. Energy shield and, well, curse duration. I have energy shield. I like energy shield. Hey, look, energy shield. Everything has energy shield. We like energy shield. We like curses. Cursed enemies I kill have a 20% chance to explode, dealing quarter of their maximum life as chaos damage, and enemies I curse take 10% increased damage. I curse things. Huh. That gives me benefits to cursing things. That's cool. I can have an additional curse. When I kill an enemy, for each curse on that enemy, gain 4% non-chaos damage as extra chaos damage for 4 seconds. Well, that'd be like 12% if I killed somebody with 3 curses up in my aura. That's really cool. Though you can only get 8 points in these because there's only 4 labyrinths and you get 2 points per labyrinth. Oh man, energy shield. 100 maximum energy shield? That's a ton! Energy shield recharge is not interrupted by damage if the recharge began recently. So if I get out of combat for a second, and then something nicks me, but my shield kick-started, it's going to keep going. Also, that is a flat 100 base. Wow! That's 25% without multipliers. And we saw what 100 mana did. Holy crap! My energy shield is regenerated for each enemy I've killed recently. Cannot be stunned by a full energy shield. Wow! Um, okay, nearby enemies have less chaos resistance and life regeneration rate. I don't care about this as much. It's cool, but I don't deal chaos damage as a core thing. I'll get a lot of it innately, but like this build isn't curse and chaos damage. This build is energy shield and curses, which this is the curse energy shield curses thing. So, um, this is really tempting actually, just because you can kill. You know, it's like you get those massive mobs, and there's like 6 dudes I kill at 3% and my energy shield per second, no matter what, for 4 seconds. That's 12%. Every enemy I kill is like 2% of my energy shield is recharged. That could be really good, but Forbidden Power is how I actually plan on maintaining my power charges after, well, kind of like when that point when Pulse Protection gets a little outdated. You know, when I start finding 5-link, 6-link tops, and, you know, it's just, bam. But I need that additional curse. I really need that additional curse. And 12% chaos damage is really cool. And even though the curse duration doesn't help me, these are still some fun things. And it's really, it's all about that additional curse. That is me getting back projectile weakness. That is me changing out Pierce on my counter sparks for another mod that increases damage and gives it more utility. So that's where I'm going first. But cursed enemies I kill have a chance to explode, dealing their maximum life as chaos damage, and they take more damage. Anyone who gets too close to me is gonna be a fun time. Let's go back to town. Goodbye, permanent crits. I will miss you. You were good. Excuse me. That's 4 keys. Bam. Good to go. Let's talk to Vegan.
Fighting is a necessity here in Rayclast. They come straight after breathing and right before eating on the how do I keep myself alive today list. Which reminds me, anytime you feel like a little pre-breakfast tussle, come and find me out there in San. I'll be happy to kick the sleep out of your eyes. Oh, and I'm not just good at killing people, you know. I'm also good at making things that kill people. It's a little hobby of mine, something I'm perfecting in preparation of hanging up my champion's mantle someday. And the funny thing is, the more killing I do, the more of a killing I make. You have to have the goods to make the goods, I suppose. Anyhow, I'm always happy to show off my wares, should you have the hankering. There's my favorite fighter. I've just been putting some finishing touches on a few martial bits and bobs. Rather nifty they are, if I do say so myself. In fact, I do believe I'm getting better at this frontier shopkeeper malarkey all the time. Certainly developing an eye for quality at any rate. Must be your good influence rubbing off me. So feel free to peruse my wares any time you like. Mates rates guaranteed.
So, as I said earlier that I hate Vaygon. I love hating Vaygon. He's an utter douchebag on the field, but the way he talks to you in town is just hilarious. I love his quick, sharp wit, and his... I don't want to say everything about him, but damn, he's hilarious. And he's the duelist merchant. He sells some nice repeat. Wow, what's the item level on those? Really, only 28. Wow. Okay, so what do you think about duelists?
Do you know where the duelist tradition came from, Exile? The Ezamites. Early on, those Western potato munchers worked out that war was a pretty bloody stupid idea, at least for the wholesale slaughter side of it. So they fashioned themselves a tradition of championship. Here's how an Ezamite battle would go. Both sides get dressed up in their fiercest and finest war garb. They'd all prance about, banging drums and flinging curses at each other. Then when everyone was het up enough, a few chosen lads or lasses would step forward and fight it out. To the death, usually. The point of it all? My champions win, and I get to have that fish-filled estuary on my border. Your champions win, and I hand over a few hundred cows. Deal done, and most of us get to go home. The Eternals pinched the idea from the Ezamites, and the Oriathans pinched the idea from the Eternals.
I completely forgot how flavorful his speech could be. But yeah, there's your history of duelists. Kind of a traditional, you know, instead of fighting massive wars over nonsense, let's send your best man against my best man, and just settle it like that. Good fight. What do you think of Horichi?
I don't take a man's life in a duel. I earn it. Horichi steals lives, like he steals everything else.
Doesn't like him because he's a sneaky beaky. Tora!
As fine as she is feral. That's Tora. Nice to watch from afar. Up close, I'm not a fan of claw marks on my ass.
Okay, cat.
Sometime soon, I'm going to teach Katarina the definition of rest in peace.
He does not like cat at all. Tora he likes, but doesn't want to get intimate with.
Elrond has his battles, and I have mine. Yet we fight for the same god.
So Vaygon is subtly, pietous. And he just has his own way of handling it.
The Karui have spent centuries perfecting the art of war, and Haku is one of their finest artists.
And he respects Haku for being an able-bodied fighter, allegedly. Let's get the rest of what does everyone think of everyone else out of the way.
So there you are.
Hey Virtue, what do you think of Tora?
Tora thinks almost as poorly as she smells. You cannot start a new world by simply slaughtering the old. Pay no heed to that primitive.
I've actually never tried to look at your face. You completely garbed in shadow. Oh, and what do you think of Vaygon?
I have never heard a man waste so many words on saying nothing. Vaygon is a linguistic mass murderer, yet put a sword in his hand and he becomes a disturbingly efficient communicator.
I respect Horichi's wit. I actually really enjoyed the personality each of these characters has. That's why I'm taking the moment to actually talk to them about each other. It's a very beautiful, subtle thing. Maybe subtle isn't the right word, but... I haven't met Tora at all, actually, for much. Hi, Tora.
Good to see you alive and well, Culler. I've been thinking about you, and what else we might be able to do for each other. I've learned to make do with what's at hand in Rayclast. Nowadays, if it shoots, then I know how to make it shoot faster, straighter, and harder. If you're open to a little trading, I can find you a thing or two that'll help you get the drop on even the nastiest of corrupted vermin out there. You know what, Color? We need to make sure you're properly equipped for the hunt. I've picked up a few things while I've been roaming the wilds, and I've been doing a bit of fletching and bowcrafting when I can. Have a look and see if anything takes your fancy.
She is, as I said, the range. I laugh because there's not a single bow here. Usually there's at least a bow. I honestly do expect a bow. She's not kidding, she sells bows. She sells mono dex gear. Rapiers are mono dex gear. The leather is mono dex gear. Rings and... yeah, mono dex gear. Wow. Okay. Talk to us about the character
Blood apes. Foragers they once were. Same as the ones in Oriath. Nuts, berries, maybe the odd bug for a touch of meat in the diet. Now meat's all they're interested in. Why are they like this? Corruption. Wherever it came from, now it's in everything and changes everything. Turns plant eater into meat eater, prey into hunter. There's not much of a food chain anymore. What you're eating today will happily eat you tomorrow.
Okay, what do you think of Varici?
Varici thinks himself above and beyond the natural order. One of these days, I'm going to remind him that he's not.
Mutually disregard. Katarina.
Katarina pares back the skin and looks upon the truth in flesh and bone. If anyone has seen how deep the corruption goes, it's Katarina.
A respect of sorts.
The way he moves, the way he gets all sweaty and glowy when he fights. I'd not complain with Vagan to find his way into my den.
She are like 10 out of 10 would bang. And to be fair, with Vagan's wit, I think if you were to actually draw him up, he would be a rugged but charming fellow. I think would be a fair assessment of how his appearance would average out. He's kind of that attractive douchebag that you always hear like the nice guys complaining about in a lot of ways. Actually, think of Elrion.
Elrion seems to think that God is going to save this land. With a little help from us, this land can save its bloody self.
Doesn't like Elrion. Haku.
Haku's a man who knows how to live, plain and simple.
Not concerned about culture, just knows the man can wield a really big stick.
You have a question?
Okay, Kat, what do you think of Varici?
Mortality is Varici's business. I keep a close eye on that assassin's doings, for he produces only the finest corpses.
Katarina likes Varici, just because he's quick, clean, and proper. Tora.
Tora produces only carcasses, not cadavers. I am an artist. I can't paint with only one color.
I think the difference there is Tora kills only animals, not people. Yeah, and Vagan.
Vagan has honed his physique to perfection, but one of these days his mouth is going to get the rest of his lovely body killed. I look forward to that day.
Also agrees that Vagan is attractive. Admires it for not necessarily the similar reasons as Tora. It's kind of a shame that Vagan's so wary of Tora, because they'd make a good power couple. Makes sense, they're both Dex characters. Panda. What are you getting about? And, hey Arion.
Another day in damnation.
What do you think of Varici?
Through polished gem and polished lie, Varici earns himself a special place in God's heart.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Arion can be hard to read. Think of Tora.
Our causes may look worlds apart, but Tora and I share a common purpose. Wraeclast will be saved.
I think Haku's the only person he doesn't like.
Vagan has a certain attribute that makes him most desirable as a soldier of God. He doesn't waste time on thought.
So yeah, he He likes Tora. He likes Verici. Likes Vagan. Likes Katarina. And he doesn't like Haku.
Haku's a damned heathen who worships trees and ghosts. It never ceases
Yeah.
to amaze me how...
Yeah, he does. The only person he doesn't like is Haku. I think Haku doesn't like him.
You are a welcome sight.
Right?
There is a fine line between belief and madness.
Yeah. Yeah, he just thinks he's crazy. What do you think of Richie?
An army is needed to win a battle. To win a war, sometimes it takes only a man like Vorici.
Has a degree of admiration for a master of subterfuge. You think of Tora?
A warrior protects life, but it is the huntress who provides it. This land will never prosper without women like Tora.
Kind of a traditional style look on things, but he's, again, respect. And Vagan.
Whether he clads it in silk or steel, Vagan's heart is still that of a warrior.
He likes. I think that makes Katarina the only...
Katarina is Kitava's slave, preparing pretty feasts.
Yeah, he doesn't think she works for anything else. We'll get to meet Kitava next act. He's a bitch. Alright, well, there is our respite from Act 4 out of the way. We now have a bit more oomph behind us that I can make oompier, actually. Let me go ahead and get that efficacy now that I think about it. I need Waypoint Network, Act 3. Sorry, I can't. I think that was the last thing I needed to buy immediately. Anything else can wait. I just want to get slow projectiles, but I don't need that right now. Yeah, because I don't... It's accurate. I want a blue slot on this, and I can't get rid of Pierce yet, so... Yeah.
Need something?
Hey, Clarissa. I do need something. I need a round gem... Scourge skills deal more spell damage, deal more damage over time, which then have increased skill effect duration. What I'm hoping for, don't mind me as I look at these for a second, Swift Affliction is actually a very important gem. If you combine Swift Affliction with, I don't think it's here, but there's a red gem that's reduced duration. It might be called like Quick Burn or something, like Swift Affliction, and faster casting. You can make Lightning Warp really fast, and that's really nice. And it actually like raises the damage they all do. Yeah, we want efficacy. Because I think, as cute as this is, coming out here to Spark. Sparks last 1.22 seconds per 7 to 123. If I come out here, sub this out, it supports. I come here, 7 to 138. Skill lasts a little longer. As that gets levels, I think the duration goes up, which is my, I'll say, goal. There's another duration gem I want. The idea is Spark can only deal damage to... A single casting of Spark can only deal damage to someone once every, like, second or so. For an individual casting. You can have multiple castings at once, but that's for, like, individual casting. So if you want to... Wow, that is an obnoxious amount of blood. That's... I mean... But, so if you want one casting hit someone twice, you need a piercing projectile that's slow. We're going to try to build that. Eventually, the pierce will come from Mark. but I also need the bolt to last long enough to make sure it actually hits someone twice, or maybe even 3 times. You know, if I can make that cross into the 2.2, 2.5 second territory, so it's actually hitting twice or 3 times per, that would be great. A little bit of damage helps. I don't get anything out of the damage over time, but for the blue slot, it's pretty good. I'm pinching my nose and thought. Baseball Stalker, I think that'll cover us for today. We got a plan. We've got a build. We've seen it perform. We know it's possible. We got the loots. I think. Oh my gosh, I really want to sit here and play fucking orbs with this to see if I can make it better. Because having only one is bad, and the one link here is kind of depressing. Especially since I can make the dude faster. How much does Golem cost me now anyway? 53 mana. He doesn't cost me enough for... Oh, the double cast would make him proc Arcane Surge at least. For 4 seconds. Do you want to see what crafting is like in this game? Let's play. Let's play orbs. How many jewelers do I have? I got 10. Okay, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, that's 4. Okay, now we need colors. I need a red and a green. This is what our crafting is. I do not want 2 red. I need 2 blue. Red and green. 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 Eh? Eh? Okay, that's a green. And I need that. There we go. So that'll do for now. So what we can do is we can put a lightning warp in there.
Yes.
Oh, that was a massive waste of orbs. I understand that. Don't yell at me. I'm doing this to teach. I need Swift Affliction. Dog's barking at lightning. It's okay. Which it's at reduced duration when it has some more. That's more reduced duration. And faster casting. 35%. 27 minutes. So it casts really fast. Parts of me wants to sit here and play Link game until I get that doing something fun. But
See
good.
you.
We'll come over here because I have some open blue slots, and we know we want to level up this critical strike. And anything else? No. Justice mark. Have all the marks. Increase duration. Don't do damage with elements. That'd be really good if this was a what do I want for this in the future? Nothing. I have one of those. Do I not have my power charge on crit anywhere? No, that's here. Get my zombies back. Zombies are fun. Even if they're bad, they're fun. Let's see, do I need a blue for sparks? Because I want slower projectiles, I want... Curse on channeling, on efficacy, longer duration from red. So that's a red. What about blue? Blue. Say it's lightning penetration, maybe? Let's see, I think that's all I want from that. Castle channeling, I already have arcane surge. I have projectiles, and then I think the last one I want for that is... Hello, power surge. Yeah, the last thing I want for that is also green for slower projectiles, or faster projectiles, or a projectile modifier. So, get Thunderstrike. That needs a red. My last aura for that is green. And for an awesome golem, I could put lightning on it, but I want spell echo, faster casting.
Hello.
Is there a decent minion augment? Like minion... It's minion... Assistance... Minion... I'm doing homework on stream. That's how this goes. In case you're wondering how my thought process goes. Siosa, I have a question for you. Siosa, I need to look at your minion gems.
May reason present.
Okay. Hey, no, give. So we're gonna type in minion. Cannot support minions. Oh. Yeah. Animates a melee weapon armor attaching to an invisible guardian left by spear side. Animate unidentified weapons. I forget if that loses them when they die, though. Oh yeah, and the guy you hit counts as a minion. If you kill someone dominating, that enemy is revived as a minion until the skill duration ends. Enemy weapon, the weapon counts as a minion. Blink arrow, you create a decoy that counts as a minion. That summons a minion, that summons a minion. Minion damage. Those are offerings, minion life. Ah, here we go, minion speed. Because I feel like the golem's problem is they don't attack fast enough. So that's Act 2. Alright, it's like the explosion skill. And then Raise Spectre. Raise Spectre version of Deputy Foe is a minion of Piper. You in battle. You can raise one Spectre, that can go up. And have more movement speed. Their movement speed does have a cap. They have less life and energy shield. But they are more resistant even if they deal less damage. They really nerfed Raise Spectre, probably because it got way too much synergy from other stuff. But we're gonna go grab a minion speed. I think I'll support it in place of that because, hey! I mean, yes, this is 53% more cast speed, but this is also movement speed.
Let's speak again.
And, he's not the fastest guy around. So that'll help him out. And I will be combining that with normal cast speed and then spell fork for him to be just this little Daka dude. think that was Act 2 store, I determined was where I could buy that at. Don't buy from Siosa unless you have to. Or either A, buying something for a secondary character, or B, you just cannot buy it from a normal store.
Hello.
Because normal store items, even after you leave the zone, will still get levels. You know, required level 38. Not, you know, that's the level 7 version. That's 31% minion movement speed. That's 13% attack speed. Whoa! I can make him Neum. Now he Neum. Neum. How Neum? Let's go to the Dread Lake, which I use as my test ground for everything once I get a character to this zone. Because why not? Holy crap, I spent like 20 minutes just on like the process of theory crafting alone. But yes, this is how the process goes. I'll sit at work and do this too. I mean, I don't have access to any tools, but I'll rack my memory for what I know exists and go, can I make that work? That work? I don't know. Oh, and one of my favorite lines of dialogue in the game, I'm gonna cast something in town.
That would just make life complicated.
You know what, you're right. That would just make life complicated. So we can show off some of what theory crafting does for us. Once the Dread Lake loads, I refresh you. Welcome back. Look at him Neum around. He's so excited. He's so alive. He can actually keep up with me. We got that. I already have max frickin'. There's also Lightning Warp is substantially faster. Also, I have that now. That's a...
Everything dies.
Oh, he's on top of me. I was like, where is my little buddy? Plan on that becoming a theme, by the way. Kind of warping into the middle of a pile of dudes, and oh my gosh, the level ups. Part of the reason why this isn't such a terrible idea. I mean, holy crap, Spark just got another minimum damage and like 5 more max damage. Whoa. So yeah, that's the fun. My Golem has briefly lost effectiveness, but so I plan on giving him Arcane Surge. For spellcasting back when I can have Arcane Surge. And then he'll have Cast Speed and Echo and that, and poof. And that should be fun. Oh, wait, go, stop. There we go, all sorts of fun on hit, when hit, counter hit. Look at all of my crits. That's a rock. Oh, Harbinger, how cute. Hey, give me some frickin' red. There we go. He was adorable. Whoa, hey. Nightwing, stop that. Where did you go? No, really. Nightwing, where did you go? You made me Wroth, and I want to kill you for it. Nightwing. very confused. He was firing at me over here. Did he place himself over here with a decoy? Wait, is that you? No, which one of them is you? Yeah, you did something. Since I by default assume you are him. Yes. Okay. He is dead now. I did not mean to pick up that guy's shield. I feel better. Yeah, Lightning Warp isn't a very good, like, travel spell. But as you can see, it's a lot better for a... Ah! When I get the reduced duration on that, that's the really big one. And, it gets its levels back up. It'll do some work. So, Castle Channeling and Castle and Damage Taken are about to level up. I gotten freaking... Did I accidentally level Spark out of... Spark 40. Castle Damage Taken 40. Okay, good. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's fun. Alright. Take care, everyone. I will see you next time, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Finicky as hell, man. See you when I see you for the Beast. That's the guild stash, not my normal stash. Let me put away my mums. Oh man, I got another Orb of Binding. Nice. I also have another Engineer Orb. Hi, yeah, I'll see you next time for the Beast. Later.